I am in what is perhaps the most famous hotel suite in the world. It was here in 1969 that the Beatle John Lennon and his wife Yoko Ono held their world-famous bed-in for peace. Now with me is Joanne Peppernou from the Fairmont Hotel. Tell me a bit more about this room.
Well, this is the suite where, as you said, John and Yoko stayed 1 week in bed to protest against the war in Vietnam.
But it isn't quite set out as it was at the time, is it?
No, actually, in 1969, this used to be a dining room, so the bed was put in the other room.
How much of an impact did it have at the time?
It had a huge impact. The city was quite aware that John was here with Yoko, and the hotel was filled with fans in the lobby and the streets. The police had to cordon off an area near the hotel, and it was quite crazy. The media just went, crazy for this, and came and visit, and we had a lot of, excitement.
Now, you actually have there a security book with entries in it that actually talk about when John and Yoko were here.
Yes, exactly. Well, John, when he came to Canada, he wanted to speak to the American media because he had done a former bed-in in Europe, and it didn't have much impact. So he came to Toronto, but he was not arrested by police, but he was kept at the customs for 2 hours and questioned, and they didn't want to let him in. They said, please go to Montreal. They're more open there, so you can do it there. So he came here, and so there's entries where they talk about, their menus and things they requested for the suite. They had Yoko's daughter, Kyoko, with them. So, of course, you see rice pudding, two-colored jello. But John was a big fan of tea, so he drank tea all day. And he also had another preference, a Spanish smile, which is an orange juice with honey.
Now, can you still stay in this room?
Yes, of course. This is our most requested suite, and we do have a bed and breakfast package in the suite. So some people really like to stay in here for anniversaries, parties, a lot of Beatle fans. It's quite fun.
How proud do you think the people of Montreal are that this happened here?
I think the people in Montreal are very proud. Amnesty International has been working with City Hall to make an official bed-in week. And also on the mountain, there's a sculpture now that's been put there to commemorate the bed-in.
And the song itself, tell me a bit more how Give Peace a Chance came about.
Well, that's a funny story. Actually, John kept having visitors, and one rabbi from Toronto, Rabbi Feinberg, wanted to discuss peace and war with him. And he said, John, you got to give peace a chance. And it stayed in his mind, and he thought, hey, that would be a nice song. So he started writing the lyrics and asked his friends, Petula Clark, Timothy Leary, and other friends who were around with him to join in. So he wrote the song, and he wanted to record it. So the song was actually recorded in the suite.
Now, I've been inspired by the suite since I've been here to actually come up with my own song. I think it's probably going to be a #1 hit at Christmas. Would you like to hear it?
Well, if you don't mind, I'd rather not.
Everyone's a critic.